Silver shareholder here to talk a little bit about eBay and eBay's customer service. I want to hear everybody's thoughts and opinions on being a seller on eBay in general, and then also as far as selling coins and bullion items specifically. So I just got off the phone a little while ago with eBay customer service, and I'm not real happy. That's usually the case when I speak with eBay customer service. So I've made videos before, and I like eBay. I've been a defender of eBay in a lot of ways, and there's a lot of good things about eBay, and some of the drawbacks or negatives I can kind of understand or justify, but their customer service is a nightmare. And whenever I talk to them, my blood pressure soars, and it's just ridiculous to speak with them. I just got off the phone with someone and was basically told that maybe I shouldn't be selling on eBay. So I wasn't real happy with that. And I've been a seller for I think 7 years now with 100% positive feedback, quite a few transactions, and I've given them a whole lot of money in seller's fees and things like that, not to mention the business as a buyer. But yeah, I just got a bunch of information. A lot of it I think was incorrect from the service representative, and most of the time they're pretty much reading off of like a prompter or whatever. They're reading whatever their answers are to basic questions. So they're just reading eBay policy that I could read on the eBay site. And so one of the things I was calling to try to cancel a transaction. I'd sold something. The buyer raises a lot of red flags for me for various reasons, and I decided I'd just like to cancel out of the transaction to avoid a potential problem. I was being proactive in trying to maintain my good status on there basically, and I believe if I call back I might be able to get the resolution that I was looking for. But basically I just wanted to refund the person, cancel the transaction, and be done with it. Pretty sure it's a scam buyer, and I'll just assume avoid it. But this eBay customer service rep was just terrible, and was also talking about insurance, and I'd like to see anybody who knows for sure, but correct me if I'm wrong. I believe the USPS insurance doesn't cover bullion items or doesn't cover bullion coins. So that's my understanding. And so I'm pretty sure if I buy insurance from the USPS, or if I get priority mail that has some small insurance included with it, if I say the thing, arrived and the buyer is saying that the coin wasn't there, it was damaged, or whatever the case is, the USPS is not going to reimburse me the cost of the coin. And it'll just be a huge headache, another major stress factor for me to deal with them and trying to get them to pay off the insurance. That's my take on it, so correct me if I'm wrong, leave your comments. But this person was recommending signature confirmation, insurance, and now this is on two $20 items, so it's 2 ounces of silver. I would just assume not even deal with the transaction, especially if there's going to be a major headache involved. I could just as easily sell it to a buyer that's going to be, happy, and I'll be happy, and that's the end of it. So, yeah, let me know what you think about eBay in general, eBay customer service. eBay is great. The fees are high, too high, I would say, but I'm sure that's what every seller says. So, but the customer service is just a total nightmare. They've got people wherever they are when you call them. They don't have the basic concepts of what you're talking about, whatever you're trying to resolve, whatever you're calling for. Half the time the information they're giving you is not relevant. Sometimes it's incorrect. They're not resolving your problems. And I can't believe after all that to be told basically to reconsider selling on eBay. That was because I mentioned how if I paid for insurance when I'm offering free shipping, or if I paid for delivery confirmation, which is like $5 if I want to add delivery confirmation on something. So I'll be paying $5 extra on the free shipping that I'm offering for 2 ounces of silver. It just doesn't make sense. I shouldn't have to do it, and it would cost me money, so I'll definitely be at a loss at that point. Selling on eBay is already basically a wash, so unless you're selling something that's like a high premium item, you're lucky to cover all your expenses and everything and be left with any kind of a profit. So there's a really thin margin there, and if I start adding $5, signature confirmations on $20 items, I mean, that's crazy. So at that point, she basically told me to reconsider selling on eBay. That maybe I don't want to sell on eBay. So, which is the case. I would much rather be able to, but I mean, really, she's right. But I just can't imagine from a business perspective someone telling, a good customer to pretty much shove it. So what do you think your alternatives are to selling on eBay? So what other options do you have? How do you best deal with eBay? What are the best alternatives? Things like that. So I'd like to hear everybody's comments. What kind of things have you dealt with when dealing with eBay? So still at this point, I hate to say it, but it seems like the best venue for a small-time seller. I don't know about Amazon, so if you have any experience selling with Amazon, leave some comments. To me, that seems more like someone that has a lot of a single item. So maybe if I was selling, a monster box of Silver Eagles, item by item, one coin at a time, that might be good. But as far as listing, various things, it seems like Amazon's probably not the place. Also, I haven't dealt with them as a seller, so I don't know, how it is for a small seller. And also, I don't know the, volume that they would do, especially with silver and that type of thing. So, with eBay, I can put them up for a 24-hour auction. They will sell, and it's hit or miss. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose a little, and I'm okay with that. But to be told to shove it by their customer service after a bunch of probably incorrect information, or at least not anything helpful, and I gotta ask her to repeat herself 6 times because I can't understand what she's saying, and it's just really frustrating. So I know you can set up your own e-commerce site, but again, you're not going to get the traffic, and at that point you're just out and out competing with the major retailers. So I think it's pretty difficult to set up your own bullion dealing site and be competitive with, AmpMex, Provident, Monarch, whoever the big dealers are, Silvertown. So yeah, what kind of options do you have? I've done some in-person stuff, some face-to-face sales at swap meets, flea markets, that kind of thing. I know you can do Craigslist. What other avenues are there for a small-time seller trying to make a premium on small bullion transactions? And what do you think of eBay? Are they just trying to destroy their business with terrible policies, lack of customer service, and high fees? Or what do you think's going on? I'd like to see a competitor. I know there's been a couple people trying to start up different options, and I've liked some of them. I've been interested in some of them, but just curious what options you think there are for a seller, and what your experiences and opinions are with eBay. Leave some comments. Thanks for watching. Get back with you soon with another video.